We are about to go live right now. We are cutting this music and we are going bop, bop. Ooh, ooh. And hello, hello, hello. What's going on, Los Angeles? Can you hear me? Let's get your headphones on.
Yes.
Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing, everybody? It's your guy, and we're here on KQBHLP in Los Angeles, California, on 101.5 FM, a community service of the Boyle Heights Arts Conservatory, broadcasting live on your FM dial and streaming on kqbhla.com. And guys, welcome back. This is the Season 2 premiere of LA Lifestyle. I want to thank everybody that was with us for Season 1. It was a great run. We got a lot of big things going on, but we're back. We took our month off. We recharged. We got the chi. We got the energy. We got grounded. We took a couple trips. Found ourselves again, but we're hitting the ground running, and we've got a very, very, very special guest tonight. Been riding fixed gear bikes since 1989. Man rode from Palmdale on his fixed gear yesterday, correct?
Yeah.
Yesterday to get to Inglewood, and then rode from Inglewood to get here just on time to be here to share his story, and I am thankful for his presence. We have no other than the legendary Napoleon Moore out here. Is it Los Angeles, California?
Yes,
Just we'll put it like that, from Los Angeles, California. So Napoleon, welcome to the show. Thank you for getting here. I know we had a little bit of a mix-up last week, but mind you, you said you got 2 nails in your tire getting here today?
Yeah.
He got 2 nails in his tire, managed to fix it, and he still made it on time.
Tour de France style. Boom,
Tour
boom.
de France. And we have a Tour de France going on right now. So
Pagachas in yellow.
Napoleon, welcome to the show, man. Thank you for coming out here. I know that this was a big thing, how you replicated it to me. This was going to be a big one, because, given the story of, the underground bike culture, and just really letting Los Angeles and Angelinos kind of dive into a different world, because there's so much. We got Hollywood, we've got movie stars, but there's some underground people that build this. So let's just start right off top. How did you get into cycling? How did you get into especially fixed gear?
In 1989, me and my brother used to build bikes in the garage.
Yes.
So the fixed gear thing was his thing, but he wanted me to try it. Built one, and I liked it, and kept going with it. And the first ride I ever did was in 1989, was from the Watchtowers to the farm in Inglewood and back.
Until we are live.
Cycle Life Los Angeles.
Yeah, right there, Cycle Life. And so that's your brand then?
Yeah.
So I can talk about that.
I'm going to cut it just so we don't overheat before you're halfway.
Yeah. Okay, sorry guys,
Little technical
difficulty. But so you did a ride, you said, from Watts to
Watchtower to the farm in Inglewood.
Okay, and this was in 89.
Yeah, 1989.
So after that, did you fall in love with just the art of cycling? What was it about that ride that really made you get on this lifelong journey of being such a dedicated cyclist?
I felt more in tune with the bike, and it's connected. You're connected, so you can't stop it. A fixed gear does not stop. So I had to figure that out first of all after many falls, and then realize it's much more work to ride on a fix than to ride a road bike. You can hit a gear and make things easier. I like the grit, I like the grind, and I've been doing it ever since. Helping youngsters and building bikes for them.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. That's beautiful, man. And so it's more to you, it's more of a rewarding thing at the end of your ride. So with that, like the fixed gear, it's constantly spinning. I'm going to say it, how do you stop?
You have to skid.
Skid?
Or if you know how to spin back, turn yourself, lower your speed. It's easy, but it's complicated. You can't just jump on the fix and just think you can.
I've only ridden a fixie once, and I rode like an old Swin fixed gear from way back when. And I grew up riding BMX and my bicycle, so I was trying to go back, and the thing is still going. I'm like, I can't do this, bro. Stay away from me. But I learned too, man, you got to be careful with those fixed gears, getting your hands down, doing the chain, because once your finger gets eaten up in that sprocket, whew,
it's a bad deal.
I've seen the aftermath of that, so I know that there's a lot of dangers with it. But if you say, for instance, would you ever want to ride a geared bike, like a 10-speed or anything?
I have lots of them. I do.
Yeah, but your preference is a fixed gear.
Yeah, I'll ride road bike and stuff. I have quite a few of them, and I just ride them for the events or to do some long distance stuff. Something or go check out an area where I want to.
Yeah.
Ride, and wherever I do ride on a road bike, guarantee you, in a few days later, I'm going to go and ride that same area and same thing fixed.
And so, just to dive in, I know you're a very dedicated rider.
Yes.
You ride very, very hard, and I will say on air, he is 53 years old,
Yes.
and I am. I mean, bro, I ride my bike. Trust me, I'll hop on it and ride down to the store to get some food. It's only a couple miles, and I am absolutely winded.
Oh, no.
This man literally rides his bike from Palmdale to LA, and if you guys live down here, you know the challenge and the mountains and everything in between to get out there. I mean, how many miles? So you said there was a couple routes. It depended on how you got down here.
Mm-hmm.
What is the quickest route and the elevation gain and the miles you achieved during that ride to Los Angeles?
So from there to here, if you want to do the easy way, you go up Sierra and then cross over into Soledad Canyon and take that over and through, and you only get 5,000 feet or so because you're coming out of that and down. But if you want a little more going from Palmdale to here, you have to take full Sierra Highway again. And then you're only going to end up probably with like 6,000. But if you want 10,000 going to Palmdale or Lancaster, you
Highway
have to
2?
take Sierra Highway all the way.
Yeah, and so for you, what's your preference at? I guess it was 2 or 3 options there. What one do you prefer?
Soledad Canyon.
Yeah. Is it challenging? Is it more rewarding? Or is it just, it's a nice, easy cruise into LA because you're already riding so far?
It's both. And it depends on the time of day or night you do it, because I'll do it 1, 2, 3 in the morning sometimes. So it's challenging because if you're going to listen to music, you're probably going to get yourself attacked or bit, because there is coyotes and a few different little wild animal things out there. You have to be riding and listening to what you're hearing in the side of the bushes here and there, because you don't know.
Do you know of anybody that did that in the middle of the night that got attacked by a coyote?
People won't do it the way I do it. I'll ride the mountains and canyons 1, 2, 3 in the morning by myself.
Yeah.
Not with a group, because it's the point of the fear factor of it, but the point of I don't care.
Yeah.
Once I'm done, those who follow, it inspires them.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this guy rode to Lancaster at 2:30 in the morning. Man, he went through the canyon. Man, listen to animals over a mountain line. You scared everything attacking you. Yes and no. Point is, I must just keep pedaling.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thing. Just keep pedaling. If I hear something cool, you go faster. No matter how much pain you're in,
Mm-hmm.
you have to go faster because there's no lights or anything inside that canyon.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, if you don't have any lights, you're screwing yourself, or you're going to have to watch the lines there as you do. But still, then you might get...
I wonder what it must be like to be an auto motorist and you're like driving up that road and then at 2 in the morning you're like coming around, bending a corner, just hanging it. You're like, I can't even imagine like a driver's reaction. Like, I just passed a dude on a road bike.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people pull over and ask me, am I okay? Yeah, I need help.
Are you in distress or something, right?
Yeah.
Like,
and then they ask the reason of why. Well, why are you going to continue to go? We'll give you a ride over the canyon. No, it's not that. It's that I've got to get this done and keep pedaling. I don't need the ride.
that is absolutely crazy. I mean, I'm just thinking about it because I mean, I know out there even between what is it like? It's San Clarita or Newhall before you go over. I mean, I do kind of peek out there, and it is like very rural desert. Yeah, you know. I mean, if a rattlesnake's not feeling you, just slither up and just bat really quick.
They're out right now too for this.
Oh yeah, they are out in full force.
They're going across the roads a lot and everything too.
So you know, this is we'll dive into this too. We'll lead into this. So one of our first guests, season 1 was No Ghost Bears. Will, who's actually very, very good friends with Napoleon here. We're just going to kind of cross-reference a little bit, kind of their relationship and stuff, so we'll dive into that. So when did you meet Will? Because I know he's a little, not too younger than you, he's in his 40s, but I know the timeline I'm thinking, he was still very young when y'all met. Yeah, so let's just elaborate. What year did you guys meet?
I would have to say 2003 or 4.
And was he still? Did he have his own coffee shop, or did he what was he doing in 03? Was he still helping people with coffee carts, or did he have his own setup during that time?
No Ghost Bears was there. I believe he had it going then, as far as I know, because what I used to do was I used to go to the shop, but when I'm in and out, it's a routine. He'll tell you.
Yeah.
I would come, I'm very quiet, I'm minding my business, I get my coffee, boom, I'm going to go sit outside to maybe have a little bit of puff marijuana, rejuvenate, things like that. But I would speak, he smoked all the time, but he's busy handling his business. Then what happened is, a few months into meeting me, right, he was going somewhere to his folks on the other side of town, past Chino, at 2:30 something in the morning. He's in the vehicle, a car. He's driving, so he's thinking, oh, I see a cyclist up ahead. I wonder what the heck's that guy's doing. What is he doing out here? So he rolls by. He just happened to take a glimpse and look. He's like, that's the guy who comes to my coffee shop. What in the world? So he turned around and came back and pulled on the side. Now, when I'm out alone at night like that, I'm very defensive. I'm ready. I do keep myself ready because
Yeah.
I'm not going to go for no crap. But pulls up, so I'm not going to immediately respond to you. So,
Yeah.
he's like, hey, man, what the heck are you doing? And I'm like, I look. I was like, oh, it's you, the coffee guy. What's up? I'm like, well, what are you doing all this time? I said, well, I'm going to my folks. You're up here riding bikes this time in the morning. I said, yeah, by yourself? He's like, where's your friends? I said, I'm by myself. He's like, you're out of your mind. I said, no, I'm not. I'm just pedaling to get to where I got to get.
That's right. You let him know. So this was early 2000s. So I take it you went, you gave him that business, and then he noticed you because you are a valued customer, and then from there that kind of solidified the friendship to.
We came like family.
Yeah.
Came like
so,
family.
So with that, I know he's in the cycling community, and I know a lot of cyclists pull up to his shop and get coffee. I know that, and as he told me, he was pouring latte in '94. He made that comment on the show, and. I just, it's, I can see it, and everything I've learned about LA up until this point, I watch back on that episode.
Yeah, his coffee shop was more of it's a safe haven. Cyclists come through there, stop, have your break. You're safe right there. You can leave your bikes there outside, go to the restroom, go somewhere else. It's not going to be taken from right there, not there with them. And he's a real one, and any workers that work there is a real one. They know he wants your business. He wants you
and he wants you to feel safe.
Yeah, he wants you to feel safe. You're good right here. Anything go down, he's got your back too. I've
seen that. I've seen people's bikes get stolen, and he literally would go on the story and be like, "LA, do what you do best. Go find this bike."
Yeah.
I've seen that a lot on his story, so I know he's got cyclists' back. And has he done any cycling events? Has he gone out and set up shop or anything like that? Has he ever done anything? Have you guys worked together aside from cycling?
Yeah, he's always supported the cycling community. He's been around at different events here and there and stuff, and his coffee, or they might even have host races from his shop there, start and end point there. So he's deep in the community, deeper than people may think.
Yeah, no, and it's just, you wouldn't expect it too.
Yeah.
Because he's so humble about it.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to remind you of what he's done and what he has. His work shows for what he's accomplished. And that's a normal, that's the society, that's how you're supposed to kind of go about your business. Like you say, you go in, you're conservative, you mind your business, you just say, I want my coffee, I want to, little tokey toke, and we're back on the road, So what is it though, I know he's probably got the best latte in LA. I know he does.
That's the only one I go to.
So have you ever say he was closed and you wanted that cup of coffee? Have you ever been like, okay, well, I'd like to do my routine? Do you just say, I'm not going to do my routine because I'm not going to No-Go Spares today?
Oh no, I'm going to do what I do, but I'm not going to get no coffee from nowhere else. I can't be sitting nowhere else posting something about coffee, and this is my dog. He's always been
that's a real one right there.
I'm not going to go nowhere. He'll tell you. I don't care if he's closed. Then okay, cool. Then I'll wait till the next day. I'll go home and make my own cup or something.
There we go.
Yeah.
And how do you get your coffee, Napoleon?
I'm a Folgers guy out of the grocery store, and then I put all my extra things to it, my different creams and stuff like that.
Okay,
some peppermint and stuff.
Oh, there we go, for sure.
Nothing that compares to the way he does it.
Yeah.
And then he's the one who introduced me to, I didn't know it's called Americano.
Oh.
Because I would like something a little sweet, a little shot, something real quick, maybe something cool where I could sit down here and talk and read, do my internet. So he gave me this Americano thing, and I'm thinking what the heck is this? And oh yeah, all right, brother. Ever since then, he'll tell you. I come now, same thing every time.
Yeah.
Americano.
So, like we had talked before we're closing in on our first break here, you had mentioned the difference between the BMX and the cycling community and the underground community.
Yes.
So if you want to just kind of, let's start in the 80s with that, because obviously you know a lot more than I. So let's start BMX and fixed gear and cycling in the 80s. Where was it at then?
80s, all the way up to about 93, 94. I'll keep it straightforward. We're real with you.
Yeah.
African American, we couldn't be across La Brea and Wilshire after 10 at night. You getting jacked up. You don't think you lost. For one, what are you doing up here? Go ride up in Beverly Hills and you're going to jail. You're going to get arrested probably.
Because they think you're doing something.
Yeah, you're up to something. For one, you're on a fixed gear single speed. And then
that costs money.
Yeah, for two, they're going to think it's stolen or something. And then they're going to think, especially if you're fully clothed. If you're not wearing cycling gear, you still might get bothered. But it was a total different thing from then to now. I couldn't go and ride in Orange County and then think it was cool. No, I might get jumped there. It was a whole series.
So you said 89 to 94, and I know we had the Rodney King incident. After that, was there that big shift with the whole thing? Because you were down here, obviously, when the Watts riots happened.
Yeah.
You know, so during that time, you know, with that, like, do you think, because like you said, oh, if you're going to Beverly Hills, you know, this and that, do you think that maybe helped with the, you know, having you to have that free capability of being able to ride in those cities and neighboring counties?
No, I think what helped was the real ones, as I'm going to tell you. It's called the real ones. A lot of them who are still to this day right here, right now, they know good and well. You couldn't do that until some of us that have been doing it for the years I have paved the way.
Yeah.
I would go and ride anywhere, anytime. I don't care. But if something was to happen to me, okay, cool, then it'll bring history of things elsewhere. But a lot of us and the OGs, we used to go to different places and ride. Just for that reason, it brings awareness, but it's like, okay, we should be accepted over here too. You know, we're not bad folk. We're here to get out and get the outside and get some.
No, and you're doing everything that certain people are doing and have the free capability of doing.
Yeah.
You're just trying to live and enjoy your life. I mean,
Exactly.
you know, you're not trying to lead the typical stereotype. You're trying to break that and lead and be an example for a greater humanity.
Yes.
Exactly. So, okay, so we're at 94. So was this in general just BMX and like cycling in general for the African American community during that time?
Yeah, because a lot of them weren't going to be buying those expensive bikes, and plus they didn't think they needed it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So what happened in 94 that made that change?
I started meeting a lot of young kids who I would see. I would go to Venice Beach every single weekend, ride, cruise through, have fun, race kids, folks here and there. And I started noting folks some liked only to deal with the road bike thing, clickety, clickety, click, okay, cool. But they always realized the fixed gear for some reason. Why are these guys not tired of this? Because we enjoy this. It's painful. That's what you say when it first started. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But once you get used to riding fixed, it's not a painful thing. You have to learn how to ride it.
It's like playing guitar, you know, you get the calluses on your fingers, you know, you build up that muscle memory, you know, and then it's just applying yourself too, because like I'd asked you, how far have you ridden? You're like, I'm not done today. I'm not going to look at it, you know? It's all mental, you know? And that's the thing. You got to, you know, like Cyanide here, you know, he's lived a pretty interesting life, you know, being determined and putting yourself to the grind, you know? Like he can speak for that too, being determined to accomplish a goal in order to have an outcome, you know?
See, I could tell you one thing right here, right now. A lot of people don't know the secret of what and how I do it. But I told them, I said, today I'll let you know. I'll give you a reason. And if you stick with it, you'll be fine. When riding a bike and you bring it outside the house, you're an idiot if you're going to go put it on a bus or a train. You bring it out to ride it. I learned from a veteran guy who used to do tour cycling. You bring it out to ride it. Those are your wheels and transportation for the day.
Why are you going to waste money to get somewhere when you've already spent money to get somewhere?
Exactly. So when you ride, never think of the miles. Pick the targets and destinations you're going to for the day. When you're done, you can check the miles, which you already may know it's going to be 100 miles, maybe. But like me, I'll do this. I'm going to ride 100 miles. I'm going to go to Disneyland first. After I go to Disneyland, I'm going to bounce from Disneyland and go all the way to the Santa Fe Dam. I'll have lunch there with Omar Shalam. There's a snack guy there at the corner there.
And you see him all the time and he knows you.
Yes. I'm going to go from Santa Fe Dam all the way down, across downtown to Santa Monica. I'm gonna
let that sit in.
Yes.
Disneyland, Santa Fe Dam, and then back to downtown to Santa Monica.
Yeah. I'm going to have my snack there.
Wait, you're going to have your snack after you've
in Santa Monica. Though when I come back from that and get done, I'm going to loop to the longest way to my folks' house or to Crypto Center, where most of the real bikers hang. Now, mark my words when I say that. The real bikers hang.
So when you say, I know the real is like obviously the real, raw, rugged people. So what are the type of characters or people you're going to catch at Crypto Arena when you pull up there?
There's people misjudge them. All these quote unquote the outsider folk that think that because okay you got a $10,000, $15,000 bike and you carry this suit and all that, you're a weekend warrior. You don't ride with these kids like that. You don't do it.
So it's like the difference is like say like you built your bike or like something. There's more pride in it.
Yes.
Like you're doing it 7 days a week.
And there's no judging there.
Yeah.
All these cyclists you see, when people drive by Crypto or ride by, like, what are they doing? Oh, they're just hanging out and smoking and drinking or whatever. It's not really the point of that. It's a safe haven. We're all there. We're connecting.
And you've known each other for 40 years.
Things like that. Yeah. There's in the cycling, like every 5.5 to 7 years, the groups and era of the cyclists will change. The ones you'll see that were 7 years prior, some may be on drugs, some may go and have family, some may went to business, some may went to prison, and some may have passed on. Every
It's like a reset in your body. Every 7 years, they say like your genes and your cell structure kind of resets. That's a cool comparison right there. It's like same with like human anatomy, just the scene. Not everything is the same as it was in 1950 as it is now in 2020 in LA.
If something happens in the cycling community now, someone gets hurt or killed even out there. You know who the folks is when you see these quote-unquote these things in the media of, oh, they're doing a vigil for this person and that person, they were killed on their bike. I'm going to give it to you real, I'll tell you today.
Yeah.
Most of those cyclists that are there are the ones from the underground community because we ride every day. Our folks and stuff get hurt and stuff every day. But we all go and show that support and be a brotherhood. Help them out with the family. Someone we ain't going to tell you, but they're going to help the family out with a little something because that's just the way it is. Because any given moment when you ride a bike and you're outside, it's a 50-50 thing. You can get hit.
As soon as you walk out your house, it's 50-50. Car, bike, skateboard.
I could talk to you right now. We go out there and boom, do a cool little ride, go meet some friends, and boom, there it is.
Yeah, exactly. And that's it. That's the thing with life. You never know, bro. I mean, man on top is doing his best to keep us in check, but when it's your time, it's your time.
The outer community, they are the ones not there. But I'll tell you more about that.
Yeah, no, you're good. No, we have a couple more minutes before our intermission, but just a reminder, guys, if you're just tuning in, we are on KQBH-LP in Los Angeles, California on 101.5 FM, a community service of the Boyle Heights Arts Conservatory, broadcasting live on your FM dial and streaming on KQBHLA.com, our new web ID. Make sure you go and check that out. We've got all the information for all the great resident DJs here that put on an amazing show, so make sure you check out the social medias. Follow for a follow. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Simple. That's free 99, right?
Free
so,
99.
Well, really quick though, guys, we are going to take just a slight little intermission here, and we're going to have the second part of this interview. It's such an honor, man. This has been just a good start to everything.
It's going to get real.
Yeah, we're diving in, and we're at 94, so we're going to pick up after the year 94 on that BMX fixed gear, and we're going to keep that history going. But I asked my man Napoleon, I said, hey man, what music you like? What do you want? He said, anything Jay Dilla.
Jay Dilla.
So tonight, LA Lifestyle, we love our hip-hop, PvP, I got some tracks coming out too, don't worry. I hit the studio last night, got a new alter ego I'm going to release here in a couple weeks, and you're not ready.
Swampy Steve.
You're not ready.
You're not ready. So I'm just gonna shuffle this one, and we're just gonna throw on some Jay Dilla for a little bit, and this is PvP with Napoleon Moore on KQBH-LP in Los Angeles, California on 101.5 FM, a community service of Boyle Heights Arts Conservatory, broadcasting live on your FM dial and streaming on KQBHLA.com, and we will be right back.